Right, welcome back. My name is Robert Sharp, and I'm the lead data scientist at Silicon Society. Today, I have a special treat for you. We're going to look at Stable Diffusion 3.5 Large and 3.5 Large Turbo. All right, before we get started, we need to go over how to log into Hugging Face from the terminal in order to access this model in particular. So I'm going to change my share over to the Hugging Face website, and we're going to look about how to get a token in order to use their new model. All right, so I want to go to access tokens, and I have a couple of access tokens already, but I'm going to create a new one here, and we can just make a read token for right now because we're not creating a repo on Hugging Face. We're just downloading something. And I'm going to say this is my workshop token. Now, by the time you see this video, this token will not be active anymore. So don't bother copying it. I am going to copy that to my clipboard for right now and click done. We're going to use that in just a moment in order to get the models downloaded. All right, so let's switch back over to the code. I want my Windows machine. There we go. And here we go. This is how we log in to Hugging Face from the terminal. We want to type Hugging Face-CLI login. If you don't have the Hugging Face CLI installed, you can do that and then run this command. And it's going to say, welcome to Hugging Face. Please enter your token. And I'm going to paste our token in. Whoops. Paste that token in and hit enter. And you don't actually see the token when you paste it in, right? So add token as get credentials. Yes, please. And that's it. That's all we have to do. Now, when we go to use that model in this running instance, it will automatically know that I'm logged in and I've agreed to the terms and service of this model. Okay. So let's look at the main example for Stable Diffusion 3.5 large. This is the example code. Now, I'm not going to run this because my poor video card is not awesome enough in order to run this model, but that's okay. We do have another option. I just wanted to show you this code to say that look how similar it is to the other Stable Diffusion models and how you interact with it, which is fantastic. So what I really want to run is this low VRAM example. And this is using bits and bytes in order to, which is a library in Diffusers, and it allows us to run a quantized version of this model. Okay. It's quite a bit smaller, but it's not any faster. Okay, so we have a prompt here. Again, I copied and pasted this example directly from Hugging Face. So let's see what this says. A whimsical and creative image depicting a hybrid creature that is a mix of waffle and hippopotamus, basking in a river of molten butter. Okay, let's see how this turns out. This will take just a minute or so in order to generate the image for us. I've already downloaded the model in the background, so you don't have to sit through that process. It does take a good 20, 25 minutes or so, depending on your internet connection. Mine's pretty quick, so it didn't take quite that long. So it's complaining that the prompt is too long. We only have 77 tokens with this setup, and that should be expected. There are ways to accept a prompt of 200 tokens, but I'll save that for another video. Okay, so it's clipping right along. It's 1.5 iterations per second or so, which isn't too bad. I have definitely seen faster models than this, but that's not the claim to fame here. This is a better model in terms of image quality and prompt adherence. So it's going to follow the prompt better, and it's going to produce a higher quality image. So it's almost done. All right, let's see what we got. Okay, that is a waffle hippo. Fantastic. Okay, got the flock of birds and everything, got the molten butter, and something resembling a waffle hippo. All right, all right. Let's see what else it can do. Actually, let's go ahead and switch to the turbo model. This is set up in much the same way. It's using the bits and bytes in order to support a smaller video card. And it has the same prompt, but this time it's only going to do 4 iterations. The guidance scale is set to 0. That's normal for turbo models. And let's go ahead and run this. The previous one took 45 seconds. Let's see how fast this one is. Takes a little bit to get going. Loading the checkpoint. Loading the pipeline components. Now don't blink. This should go pretty quick. Yeah. Roughly 4 seconds or so. Let's see if it's a good image. That's not too bad. It's okay. So the quality is a little bit lower than the one that we saw previously with the full model. I can tell that because the pixels themselves look like there's a little bit of noise in the image. But overall, that looks pretty good. The feet and the hands don't look great. Skin looks pretty good though. Let's look at the other one just for comparison. Yeah, the hands on this one don't look good either. And we don't get to see the feet. But if you can see, it doesn't look as noisy. If we look at the fine details of this image, it is definitely better than that one. I could see people wanting this kind of noisy effect on purpose. Interesting. All right. Well, that's all I have for today. Join me next time for a more in-depth look at the Stable Diffusion 3.5 large models. All right. Thanks for joining.